Looking back at your childhood, you used to probably watch cartoons, and you could probably think of your favorite cartoons right now as I'm talking about this. Maybe your favorite cartoon was Rick and Morty, maybe it was Family Guy, or maybe it was Bob's Burgers or The Simpsons.
Go nuts.
Whatever it was, we used to watch these shows when we were younger, and it used to be very amazing for us to just sit down after a long day of school and we could finally chill out and just watch some TV. Didn't life feel easier back then? Because if you really think about it, when we used to watch these cartoons, we used to be way more creative, and we used to actually come up with more ideas and start to implement them in our own lives and start to create things out of those ideas that we would watch from these shows. And you might be wondering why you were so creative as a kid, but now as an older teenager or an adult, like why you're not creative anymore and why you're so like bland and boring. So you might take a second and realize that, oh yeah, I used to be way more creative when I was younger. When I was a kid, I used to come up with these ideas. I used to go play outside and imagine things. I had a big imagination. I was very creative. I used to make things. And now, like, as I've grown older, I'm like so bland and boring and I can't really come up with anything new. And I'm trying to be like these other people that aren't even my personality, and it sucks. And what I've realized is basically watching cartoons is better for you, and watching cartoons can be a part of self-improvement if you really think about it. And the reason why maybe when you watch cartoons it could help you with self-improvement is because it sparks new ideas and it makes you more creative. You take those things that you've seen in the cartoons and then you take it and then you make something out of it, and you make something that is part of you, something that's authentic that you've made, but something with an inspiration and spark that you've seen in a cartoon or a show before. So like when you see these bright colors or you see these drawings and cartoons and animations on these TV shows, then it's like when you actually try and make something or try and be creative in your own free time and just try and think of ideas to be more creative and think of new things that are like authentic and part of yourself, then you'll actually like start to make things that are you, make things that are authentic, make things that you like, not what other people like, but what you like. And another thing is, when I started watching cartoons again, is that I used to take my favorite cartoon characters and I used to implement their personality traits into mine, and I would kind of copy like the things they do, the things they say, try and be as funny and charismatic as they would, and I would implement it into my own personality, but to the point where when I would implement it in myself, it would be authentic and it would still be me, but with some inspiration and some traits from these other characters I've seen. So an example could be like, you could take a funny personality trait like from Peter Griffin from Family Guy, or you could take like this nerdy funny trait from a nerdy scientist in Rick and Morty from Rick, or you could just try and be like a complete asshole and be like Stewie Griffin from Family Guy. Like you could take the traits from these characters and then you could implement it into your own life, into your own personality, and you could take those things you've seen from the show and make it a part of you, make it authentic in yourself, but you're getting inspiration from these characters and cartoons to the point where like when you create it within yourself, then it's like making something brand new. Because if you really do think about it, you don't want to be like everybody else. You don't want to be like every boring plain person out there. You don't want to just do the same things this person does. You don't want to act like this person, and if you try and do that, then you're gonna really feel like that's not you, and then you're gonna just feel off and wrong. Like it's not even gonna feel right. Like you're just gonna kind of hate putting on this facade, and then eventually like when you do like take off this mask, then it's gonna feel like overwhelming and you're gonna feel exhausted. But if you just be yourself and implement things that you've seen from characters and cartoons and make it into your own thing, then that's being you, that's being authentic, and that's part of you, that's part of your brand, that's part of you as a person. You are the whole package, and what you like and what you watch, you could make ideas and make things out of that, and you could make it into one big thing. And that's why cartoons could be so great to watch, because after watching a couple cartoons like episodes of Rick and Morty or Family Guy, then I realized like, oh shit, I can make some videos with this editing style, or I could start like making thumbnails like this, or I could start like talking like this. Like I've started to like implement some of the things I've seen from some of these characters, and I've seen good results with it. And so to make it not so distracting and to not like totally waste your time on watching TV, because as much as it's fun, it could be kind of a setback, but so is just watching straight up self-improvement videos, like binge watching self-improvement video after video and not implementing anything. It's just literally another video on your browse history. Like it's not gonna really do anything for you. So it's kind of like the same thing. So if you just watch at least like 1 hour a week of cartoons, then you'll start to see like a more creative boost in your life, and you'll start to feel like more authentic and come up with these new cool ideas. You'll come up with these cool authentic ideas that like seem very interesting to you, that you want to like take a part in. And you could watch any cartoon show you like, anything that you've used to watch in your childhood, anything that helps you to become more creative. If you have not already, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also I got a Discord server in the description if you want to make friends on self-improvement. And also I got an Instagram in the description as well. And I'll see you very, very soon, bro. Wapow, wapow.